Hi, everybody. Welcome to Marianna, the Mears Complex here in Marianna. Side for a couple of Florida Dixie Youth Baseball State tournaments. Triple A's playing their baseball on a Saturday morning. Ozone as well. This game getting underway just a tad late. I'm looking at about 18 minutes after 9 o'clock. Had to do the introduction of the players, the playing of the national anthem. And on this field, had to get the 5-minute warm-ups in before play gets underway. Nick Prizio stepping into the batter's box to start things off for Spring Hill American, taking on Sneads here on a Saturday that is supposed to be rain-free. But now it's been, I guess about 6 or 7 days since we've had a rain-free Florida State Tournament baseball game for the Florida Dixie Youth. But maybe today here in Marianna. Nick Prizio, he is the catcher, batting leadoff for Spring Hill American. Rest of the offense, Brendan Jones in the 2 spot. The pitcher Ethan Higgins batting third. Shortstop Brighton Williams in the 4 spot. Sam Sanchez, third baseman. He is batting fifth as a walk is issued to Prizio. And just like that, a base runner is aboard for Spring Hill American. Rest of the lineup, Caden Deese batting seventh. River Cole is the center fielder in the 8 spot. J.J. Hackett's got the 9 hole. Owen Hariprasad, and again, if I mispronounce names, you correct me. Got a text number we'll hand you in just a bit. He is batting in the 10 spot. You've got Carson Heddick, the second baseman, batting 11th, and Nick Heavens in right field batting 12th. On is Prizio. Brendan Jones steps in, stolen base for Prizio. So a walk, a stolen base, and a base runner in scoring position for Spring Hill American. As we get this one underway, about 18 minutes after 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning here in Marianna, Florida, Field 5, where only a couple of games will be played. Other fields, as a matter of fact, 4 in total in use today. The other 3, well, they've got more than 2. But here on Field 5, Mike Rideout decided to let the old man get a break with a couple of games. It is hit to second fielder there on the 1 hopper by Lewis, over to first to get Brendan Jones on the 4-3 put out, but it behaves as a sacrifice as Prizio goes to third. 1 away for Ethan Higgins. Base runner at third, Brighton Williams moving to the on-deck circle. Sneads offense on the bump. Jesse Rosenberger behind the plate, Tate Clever. The first baseman is James Stone, and second Cole Lewis. Shortstop belongs to Peyton Brown. At third, Tristan Jones as the toss goes to the screen. Coming in from third, Nick Prizio. And Spring Hill American gets on the board here in the top part of the first. 1-zip score, 1 out, nobody aboard. As Higgins steps in, Brighton Williams awaiting his opportunity next. Rest of that defense, Jones at third, then in the outfield, Aaron Johnson in left. The center fielder is Jay Sunday. And in right field, Lane Dubose. Outside with a pitch to Higgins. Spring Hill American, Sneads, last of the state tournaments for Florida's Dixie Youth Baseball. Got the AA, the T-ball, and the majors under our belts, and these are the last of the tourneys. That one dropping into the inside part of the strike zone. Good looking toss from Rosenberger. And of course, the winner here will take a trip to Oxford, Alabama in the World Series. Not here in this game, but obviously in the tournament as a whole. And that is if you are a team competing in the Ozone or the traditional side of AAA. The B division, well, the biggest prize is the state tournament. Outside with a pitch to Higgins. But if you win, you head to the north part of Alabama and play some baseball in August. Rosenberg's toss too far inside. A second walk issued, and Higgins will take the stroll down to first. So a base runner aboard, 1-zip score here in the top part of the first. By the way, lots of great baseball here in Marianna today, and as we speak, on your other fields, Marty Palman, Anthony Crum, Mike Rideout with the coverage here in Marianna. Outside with the pitch. I actually caught the outside part of the plate. Nibble on the edges to Brighton Williams. And we got Alabama Dixie Youth Baseball underway this weekend. AAA and Troy, Majors and Troy taking off with a stolen base in safely. A little late on the throw going down from Tate Glover. And Higgins will get into scoring position with one away. Brighton Williams, count even at 1. Good looking day, not much in the way of a breeze. It's gentle, blowing left to right. Hit toward third, scooped up there by Jones. Goes over to first with a throw, gets the out at first, throw back to third, and safely on the bag is Ethan Higgins. So Williams out on the 5-3, Higgins to third, 2 gone for Sam Sanchez. Nice play at third by Tristan Jones, able to scoop it up. Going to his left, gets Williams. Sanchez, right-hander, stepping in. Gavin McCurdo to the on-next circle, but he'll have to wait. Sanchez right back to Rosenberger. And the 1-3 put-out takes care of the top part of the first. 5 go to the plate, 3 go down, 1 left on. 1 comes in and scores. It is Spring Hill with a 1-zip lead as we head to the bottom of the first. Southern to serve to begin this one. He's got running room. Infield kicks it in. 40. Got one guy to beat, and he beats him easily into the end zone.
Watch right here.
Mosley. Now play of the game. She's been the head coach, but she's done her part for the season. We head to the bottom of the first. Aaron Johnson stepping into the batter's box for Sneads. Spring Hill American sends 5 to the plate in the top part of the inning. Prizio gets on compliments of the walk, steals second, eventually comes in and scores on a wild pitch, and that represents the lone run plating in the top part of the inning. Ethan Higgins catching the outside part of the plate on Aaron Johnson as we get the bottom part of the first in progress. Rest of that Sneads lineup. Cole Lewis, the second baseman, batting second. Peyton Brown in short, batting third. Lane Dubose is the right fielder in the 4th spot. Jay Sunday, the center fielder, batting 5th. James Stone, the first baseman, in the 6th hole. Tate Glover will catch and bat 7th. Tristan Jones at third, batting 8th. The DH Logan Robinson in that 9 spot. Jesse Rosenberger, he's the pitcher batting 10th. Colby Stidham will bat 11th, and Chase King bringing up the rear for Sneads. It is fouled off by Johnson, all facing Ethan Higgins on the hill. Behind the plate, Nico Prizio at first, Gavin McCurdo second, Carson Heddick at shortstop, Brighton Williams. Meanwhile, at third, Sam Sanchez. The outfield, Owen Hariprasad is in left. In center field, River Cole, Nick Heavens in right. Line-up and delivery, it is a little bit outside. Cole Lewis moving to the on-deck circle. Johnson leading things off for Sneads. Able to minimize the damage. Got the leadoff guy on, but that's the only guy that came in. Reaching out is Johnson. He strikes out, and there's one away here in the bottom of the first. One down for Cole Lewis. Quick reminder, we're trying to get to 10,000 Facebook likes and 1,000 Twitter followers this summer. And the summer for us about halfway there. Admittedly, though, the bulk of the work still ahead. As the pitch is inside on Cole Lewis. 1-0. But we want you to go to Facebook, put JockJive Sports in the search engine, find us, like us. Don't have to close out the browser that's got the game coverage. Just open up a brand new browser. Takes about a half minute. Lewis fouling it out of play to the opposite side. Why like and follow? Score, schedule, so much more. And really a big plus to doing so during these tournaments is, well, Lakeland was a perfect example. Had rain every single day of the T-ball in the Majors tournament. And as a result, you as a viewer would kind of want to know when play is going to resume. That's the kind of info we provide on Facebook and Twitter. I think we're about 92-20 something. As it is, I don't know if that was a bunt or just trying to get out of the way by Cole Lewis. Nonetheless, maybe a combo we're saying up here. So by consensus, it was a combo. It was offering to bunt and then deciding I need to get the heck out of the way. Instead, it's fouled over to the third base side. And a 2-strike count on Cole Lewis. Here's the toss, swung on and missed, and there's 2 away with a couple of Ks for Ethan Higgins. Well, check that. I thought he had fouled off 2 prior to the swing and miss. Might have just got a piece of it on the swing, maybe. Now a 2-strike count on Lewis. Peyton Brown moving to the on-deck circle. Lane Dubose in the hole. Right-hander Ethan Higgins. It's a pitch that got away from him. Over the head of Lewis, goes to the screen. Sunshine, a few clouds here in Mariana on the horizon. More than likely it's Florida. It is summertime, so you're going to get temperatures near 90. 89 is the predicted high today. In reality, here in the Panhandle, not shabby, just missing on the outside to the left-hander. And the count will run full at 3-2 on Cole Lewis. Currently 80 degrees, 87% humidity. 3-2 offering, fouled off by Lewis. Northeast winds at 4 miles an hour. Sunsets at 7:45 this evening. And if you want the other stuff that I really don't know what it means, but the barometric pressure is at 30.1, the visibility at 9, and the UV index at 3 on your Saturday. It is muscled over towards third. Sanchez boots it, as does Williams. And it's the E5 that's got Cole Lewis on. So the tying run aboard here in the bottom part of the first with 1 away, and Peyton Brown coming to the plate. Right-hander Brown facing the righty Higgins. Base runner at first, Cole Lewis. Higgins already a couple of glances to the first base side, then pitches low and away. For ball 1 to Brown. Well, I mentioned you win here in Mariana. Take the state tournament. You head to Oxford, Alabama. World Series coming up the 5th day of August. there in Oxford, along with the AAA and the majors playing in Oxford. And of course, we'll have all the live coverage for you right here on JockJive.com. Busy July. We've been down in Sebring for the AA tournament, Lakeland for the T-ball and the majors. Got guys in Troy for Alabama's AAA and some majors games, I believe, starting today. Yesterday in Birmingham for the SWAC Media Day. Pitch outside. Lewis on his way to second. The throw down, not in time. Lewis in safely with a stolen base. So the tying run moves a little bit closer. Now in scoring position in the bottom of the first for Peyton Brown. And then, of course, off to Cleveland, Mississippi for the AA World Series. Coming up on the 29th. The World Series there in Oxford in August. Out to Atlanta, Washington for the Babe Ruth World Series there in August as well. Brown awaits, delivering outside is Higgins. Meanwhile, toss gets away from Nick Brizio. And off to third goes Cole Lewis. (3-0) on Peyton Brown. And Ethan Higgins one pitch outside of the strike zone away from putting runners on the corners. Here's the Higgins toss. It is on the corner. Taking was Brown, delivering with a strike Higgins. Well, I mentioned the stuff coming up over the course of the remainder of the summer. Of course, the fall is just packed with sports. So if you need a fix, this one slashed in the direction of right field. Over to make the catch on the run to his right, Nick Evans. And hanging around third will be Cole Lewis, 2 gone. Nice job by Nick Evans. He broke quickly to his right, able to get to the fly ball by Brown. And not hit quite deep enough to convince Cole Lewis there was an opportunity to come home. So that means it's Lane Dubo's responsibility to drive in Cole Lewis with 2 gone. And Higgins trying to get out of the bottom of the first with no damage done after giving up the error got Cole Lewis on. So despite the breakdown in defense, Higgins might be able to get out of the bottom part of the first unscathed. Couple of pitches outside of the strike zone to Lane Dubose. Jay Sunday moving to the on-deck circle. Higgins, the right-hander, glances over at third to base runner Cole Lewis. Now the pitch coming home, and he brought it right down the middle. 2-1 on Lane Dubose. When you get to the top of the second, Gavin McCurdo, Caden Deese, River Cole all coming to the plate for Spring Hill American. By the way, in the second or third, we'll post the shout-out number, give you a chance to send shout-outs to a player and let us know where you are watching from. The swing and the miss by Dubose evens the count at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone, base runner at third. Higgins pitch. It's on the outside part of the plate. Dubose caught looking. Couple of Ks, 1 error, 1 fly out, 1 left on in the bottom part of the first. It's a 1-0 contest. Spring Hill American. We head to the second here on JockJive.com.
Southern to serve to begin this one. He's got running room. Infield kicks it in. 40. Got one guy to beat, and he beats him easily into the end zone.
Watch right here on JockJive.com.
We head to the top of the second. Gavin McCurdo leading things off. Caden Deese, River Cole, 2 up for Spring Hill American. 1-zip score after an inning of play, and as the scoreboard would indicate, pretty close contest. The stats indicating the same. No hits, 1 error, 1 left on in the top of the first for Spring Hill American. Bottom part of the inning, no hits, no errors, and 1 left aboard for Sneads. Gavin McCurdy, the left-hander, starting off the Spring Hill American second. Slices it in the direction of center field. That will drop in as a base hit. First one of the contest, and the leadoff guy on for Spring Hill American. So a base runner gets aboard here in the second to begin things for Spring Hill American. It's the second consecutive inning that leadoff has been put on. Prizio was walked in the first. And now McMurdo with a base hit to begin the second. Caden Deese. He moves from the on-deck circle to the batter's box. River Cole is on deck. In your Ozone baseball today, there's a stolen base for McMurdo. And starting to have a little deja vu. In the first, it was Prizio getting on and then stole second. Here in the second is McMurdo, who gets aboard and steals second. Obviously, we're in the 9 a.m. matchup between Sneads and Spring Hill American. You've got going on simultaneously Sebring and Chipley, as put on as Deese. And a couple of base runners on for River Cole. J.J. Hackett moves to the on-deck circle. Marty Palman with coverage of the Sebring-Chipley game, and then 11:30 matchups between Spring Hill National and Franklin County, Mariana and Graceville, and a 2 o'clock showdown between DeSoto and Liberty County. It's baseball on your Ozone side of the bracket. We'll take a look at the AAA here in a moment as the right-hander River Cole steps in. Couple of base runners on. McMurdo is at first. Make that at second, and Deese the base runner at first. Outside of the strike zone, the opening pitch, and that's got coach out to talk with pitcher. Rosenberger, a couple of walks, no strikeouts, 1 hit given up. And now a conversation with Rosenberger in the middle of things, but the entire infield drawn into the conversation. Well, I mentioned that it's Ozone and AAA taking place here. In the B division of AAA, Liberty County taking on DeSoto. That's over on the field that Mike Rideout's got. Fort Meade and Chipley at 11:30. Shalimar and Franklin County at 2. The 4:30 contest is Cottondale and Blountstown. And then in the traditional play, AAA action, Anthony Crum over on the field that features West Volusia and Holmes County. He's got South Sumter and Sebring at 11:30, and Spring Hill American and Mariana at 2 p.m. Conversation over. Pitch out of the strike zone to River Cole. Two on, Deese and McMurdo. McMurdo with a sizable lead at second. Breaking pitch dropped into the strike zone, caught the inside part of the plate on River Cole. J.J. Hackett next. Spring Hill American decked out in the white trousers, the baby blue jerseys, a little dark blue splashed in as well. Another strike. 2 of them on Cole. Sneads donning the colors that's similar to what they wear at Sneads High School. Got the gold, got the very dark navy blue. White as well, wrapped towards third, but that will be in foul territory. McMurdo and Deese off and running with a crack of the bat. They will go back to their respective bags. At second, McMurdo, and first, Deese. And the pitch outside on the full count offering, and that's got the bases loaded with nobody out. J.J. Hackett coming to the plate. Here is the second visit of Jesse Rosenberger. That means he's done for the day. gets in a total of 8 at-bats. No strikeouts, 4 walks given up. 1 base hit and a run, but he will leave with the bases loaded. The new pitcher when we return to the Mears Complex in Mariana.
Southern to serve to begin this inning. He's got running room. Infield kicks it in. 40. Got one guy to beat, and he beats him easily into the end zone.
Watch right here on JockJive.com.
Mosley. 20 in the game. She's been the head coach. But she's done her part for the season.
The new pitcher is the former shortstop Peyton Brown. Will step up onto the bump after starting pitcher Jesse Rosenberger faces a total of 8 in officially 1 inning of play. A strikeout, 3 walks, 1 hit batsman, 1 hit, 1 run thus far, but the bases are loaded, and they are all the responsibility of Rosenberger. Peyton Brown moving in from short. The new shortstop is the former left fielder Aaron Johnson, and now out in left is the former pitcher Jesse Rosenberger. Right-hander Peyton Brown facing the lefty J.J. Hackett. Base is full. McMurdo at third. Deese the base runner at second. Cole over at first. Owen Haraprasad has moved to the on-deck circle. On the inside part of the plate to Cole, and the count evens at 2, or actually make that Hackett. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Base is full. Hackett bats here in the second, top part of the inning. Just a little bit low, and the count will run full. And now the pressure on the Brown pitch as the bases are all loaded up. 1 outside of the strike zone brings in a run. Chopping at it. I don't know that it mattered. It was into the strike zone from Brown, irregardless of a hack by Hackett. Or if he'd have sat back and watched. And there's the first K of the contest for Sneads pitching as Brown comes in and gets Hackett. 1 gone for Owen Haraprasad. And again, for Spring Hill American viewers, that could really be a major butcher of his last name. If it is, you text me with a pronunciation guide, 334-488-1385. 334-488-1385. We'll try to get the number posted on the scoreboard as well at the bottom of the inning, because that's the number that you want to send shout outs to as well. Pitch is high and away. Base is still loaded, 1 away. Carson Heddick moving to the on-deck circle. Bottom of the second, Sunday Stone and Glover, the 5, 6, and 7 spots, coming to the plate for Sneads. Pitch just a little bit outside, and the count 3-0. By the way, our field mic is catching a little bit of the AC unit below. That may be the fry that you hear, that kind of static sound or steady static. But wanted to get you a little bit of the outside ambiance. So I guess you got to take the good with the bad. So you got a little AC to go along with some fan noise. Into the strike zone, 3-1 on her upper side. Swung on and missed. And the count, well, that was it. Strikeout of her upper side. Thought it was a 3-1 offering. Instead, it's a strikeout, and that's 2 in a row by Peyton Brown. So Brown thus far doing his job. The bases were full with nobody out. He comes in, fans too. Hackett at her upper side. And Carson Hedrick steps in and swings at the first toss from Brown. Nick Evans moving to the on-deck circle. Now what a big lift me up it would be for Sneads if Brown can get the Sneads out of the top part of the second inning. Swing and a miss. Oh, 0-2 on Hedrick. McMurdo singles to lead off the inning. Deese hit by a pitch. Cole is walked. Base is full. Then in comes Brown. Strikes out Hackett. Strikes out her upper side and has Hedrick on a 2-strike count. 1 ball, couple of strikes. Can Brown come in from short and get Sneads out of the inning? He can. There is the answer. Fans 3, Hackett her upper side, and Hedrick. That was with the bases loaded, and it appeared definitely at least 1, maybe more, would come in for Spring Hill. But not according to Peyton Brown. He's able to shut him down 1, 2, 3 after 3 get aboard. 6 come to the plate, 3 strike out, 3 left on. We go to the bottom of the second. It's a 1-zip Spring Hill American lead.
Southern to serve to begin this one. He's got running room. Infield kicks it in. 40. Got one guy to beat, and he beats him easily into the end zone.
Watch right here on JockJive.com.
Mosley. Play in the game. She's been the head coach. But she's done her part for the season.
We enter the bottom of the second. Jay Sunday starting things off for Sneads. James Stone, Tate Glover due up in the inning. Let's see if that energy created by the fact that Peyton Brown comes in and retires Hackett, her upper side, and Hedrick with the bases loaded. If that carries over to the offense of Sneads, Jay Sunday starting things off, a left-hander facing Ethan Higgins. Higgins did not give up a base hit in the first. Of course, there again, neither did Jesse Rosenberger. Gave up the lone single that he was able to give up, or not able, but did give up in the second inning. I'll tell you who is very proud of the work done by Peyton Brown, and that is Jesse Rosenberger. Because we can close the books on his numbers, and instead of allowing 3, possibly 4 runs. He just allowed 1 in his 1 inning of work. Swing and a miss by Sunday. 2-strike count on Jay Sunday. The official puts his fingers in front of the shoulder, so difficult from this angle to see the pitch count sometimes. I believe it is a 1-2 offering. Do know that's strike 3, though. Jay Sunday fan, and that's the 3rd K of the contest for Ethan Higgins. One gone. James Stone coming to the plate. Got the shout-out number, though, on the scoreboard. So here's the number, 334-488-1385. Send shout-outs. Root on a team, root on a team member. But here are some prerequisites. They're not mandatory prerequisites. Just would like to know, if you don't mind, sticking on that text where you are watching from. City, state, country. Low with a toss to James Stone. And if it's, a unique spot, you're in the Gulf of Mexico, or you're at the Mariana Caverns watching the game, or Applebee's, that kind of stuff. Stone with a swing and miss. Tate Glover moves to the on-deck circle. 1 away, nobody aboard. Bottom of the second, 1-0 Spring Hill American advantage. Ethan Higgins, who did not give up a hit in the first. There was a Sneads base runner, though. It was Cole Lewis who got on because of the error by Sam Sanchez at third. Stone awaits. Higgins delivers. It is rolled slowly out in front of the plate and picking it up, firing over to first. In time, nice play defensively by Nick Prizio. At the last minute, Higgins says, "You take it." They were both running to the ball. And it was taken by Prizio, and he knew his throw, field and throw, had to be quick. And he did exactly what he had to do to get Stone at first, the 2-3 put out. He is out, number 2. 2 gone for Tate Glover. On the inside part of the plate, strike 1. Need a sports fix 24/7, whether live or archived. You get it on JockJive.com. We have multiple channels with multiple sporting events and shows from practically every level of competition. There's the ACCC, the GCAA, Georgia Military College, DYB, Dixie Baseball, Georgia Highlands, softball channels, and so much more. JockJive.com for those with an insatiable sports appetite. Into the strike zone to Glover. A lot of football, volleyball, and soccer for the Southwestern Athletic Conference as well. Some of the stuff we do doesn't show up on our site. Backing off, swinging Glover, and 3 go up, 3 go down in the bottom part of the second. We have played a couple of innings of baseball here in Mariana. Spring Hill American with a 1-zip lead over Sneads as we head to the top of the third.
Southern to serve to begin this one. He's got running room. Infield kicks it in. 40. Got one guy to beat, and he beats him easily into the end zone.
Watch right here on JockJive.com.
We into the top of the third, bottom of the order. Nick Hemmons, the left-hander, steps in to start things off for Spring Hill American. Spring Hill American loaded things up in the second. It started with the leadoff guy, McMurdo, who got the first and really, thus far, the only base hit of the game. And then there was the hit batsman Deese, the walk to Cole, but Peyton Brown stepped up on the bump and fanned three. Hackett, Haraprasad, and Heddick rolled out in front of the plate. Brown will barehand. Over to first goes the throw, and there's one away. Nick Hemmons wrapping into the 1-3 putout. So one gone as we go back to the top of the order. Nico Prizio coming to the plate. Brendan Jones moving to the on-deck circle. Prizio with a walk, a stolen base, and a run scored. Only run scoring of the game. Peyton Brown missing the strike zone. That 1-3 put out of Hemmons, by the way, the first and only thus far non-strikeout out for Peyton Brown. The inside pitch. 2-0. Game got underway a little bit late, about 18 after the hour. All other games in progress were underway on time. In towards short. Backhanded there at short. And then dropped by Aaron Johnson. And the base runner is all on. Is that a single or an E? So that is going to be a base hit. It was hit to deep short. If fielded cleanly by Johnson, was going to be a tough throw over. And Prizio, the base runner at first for Brendan Jones. Jones hit into a 4-3 in the first. He's 0 for 1. Second base hit given up by Sneads pitching. Gave up the single to McMurdo. Now the single to Prizio, who's over at first. To the screen, the toss goes. Prizio on his way to second. Got good wheels before Glover could retrieve the base of the screen. Prizio was already making the turn in second. So a base runner in scoring position for Brendan Jones. Ethan Higgins, he awaits his opportunity for the on-deck circle. Peyton Brown giving base runners a look, fouled out of play. Sneads from up here in the Panhandle, as a matter of fact, other than Mariana, had the shortest drive to the park. Spring Hill just a little bit north of Tampa. We do a lot of work with Spring Hill. Appreciate the folks there for the opportunity to do regular season, postseason stuff. Swing, miss, drop strike 3, throw over to first will make Jones an official out. Meanwhile, Prizio will go to third. 2 gone for Ethan Higgins. Higgins with a walk, a stolen base, got to third in the first, stranded there when Williams and Sanchez ground out. Prizio now the base runner at third as it's smacked against the screen by Ethan Higgins, 0-1. No balls and a strike on Ethan Higgins. Prizio just a short distance away from becoming the second run of the contest. He's over at third. It seems like in years gone by we made almost annual trips to the Mears Complex here in Mariana for state tournament play, whether at the Dixie Youth baseball level or the Dixie baseball level. But it's been a few years since we were here. Out of the strike zone to even the count up, 1 apiece. But good to be back here in Mariana. Clay Wells and his crew do a great job of hosting. Check swing by Higgins. And Higgins apparently able to hold up. The count goes 2-1. Bottom of the third features the 8, 9, and 10 spots. Jones, Robinson, and Rosenberger. Kristen, Logan, and Jesse. Here's the 2-1 toss to Higgins. High fly ball left field. That's in an area where it is difficult to spot, but looking at the official, apparently the catch made there by the former pitcher turned left fielder Jesse Rosenberger. So the flyout is out number 3. Base runner left on. 4 go up, 3 go down, 1 left aboard. Nobody scores in the top part of the inning. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. Still 1 for Spring Hill American, and Sneads looking for their first run.
Southern to serve to begin this inning. He's got running room. Infield kicks it in. 40. Got one guy to beat, and he beats him easily into the end zone.
Watch right here on JockJive.com.
Mosley. Now in the game. She's been the head coach. But she's done her part.
We enter the bottom of the 3rd. Tristan Jones starting things off for Sneads. Logan Robinson, Jesse Rosenberger 2 up in the inning 2. Spring Hill American got a base runner again in the top part of the 3rd, but left on. 5 have been stranded through 3 innings of play for Spring Hill American. Sneads starting their 3rd inning. Tristan Jones stepping in. Defensive changes for Spring Hill American. It is J.J. Hackett, who is now in right. The new second baseman is Brendan Jones, and the new catcher is Caden Deese. Well, there's 12 batters first time through the rotation. Then you lop off the bottom 3, go with a 9-man set. Jones taking a pitch outside. Won your very own DVD of any game broadcast during this year's Florida DYB AAA or Ozone State Tournament. Simply email info, I-N-F-O, info at JockJive.com. We'll get the process started. DVDs $10 a game plus shipping and handling. That is info at JockJive.com. Swing and a miss by Jones. Robinson on deck. Swung on again, a 2-strike count. Scott Robinson, by the way, I was looking at the score sheet, and the lineup card listed as the DH. Outside with a pitch to Tristan Jones. 4th inning for Spring Hill American. We'll start with their 4 spot. Brighton Williams and Sanchez, Gavin McMurdo. All coming up for Spring Hill American. Right-hander Ethan Higgins got the start. Has worked the first, second, now into the 3rd. And pitches outside, and the tying run gets on here in the bottom of the 3rd. So Jones on for Logan Robinson. Jesse Rosenberger moving to the on-deck circle. First base runner for Sneads since Cole Lewis reached. Compliments of an error in the first. So 6 at-bats later, there was a base runner again. As the pitch is outside to Logan Robinson. Jones, the base runner at first. Here in the bottom of the third. Here's the windup, the delivery. It is swung on and missed. Runner goes. Throw is not there. Winds up just a tad beyond shortstop Brighton Williams. And Jones into scoring position with a stolen base. And now that tying run in scoring position for Logan Robinson. Count even, one apiece on the DH. Right-hander with the bat held high. Right and left feet about shoulder width apart. Stepping off the backside of the hill is Ethan Higgins. And that's got Robinson out of the box. Back up under the hill. Higgins back into the box. Robinson with his lead at second. Jones, and obviously Jones a bit of a concern for Higgins as he looks the runner back. On the outside part of the plate. 1 ball, couple of strikes on Logan Robinson. I mentioned the gentle breeze. The American flag in center field, 1 to left. Our barometer as to how the winds are doing. I say gentle, maybe a little more than gentle. Picking up a bit. Toss underneath the mid of Deese, goes to the screen, and the tying run now at third with nobody out. Base runner at third is Jones. The tying run, Logan Robinson, the DH, with an opportunity to drive in the first Sneads run of the contest here in the bottom of the third. Robinson, high chops at the short, fielded by Williams. He will go over to first, get the out, but the run comes in, and we are tied at 1. So Ethan Higgins has to pay for the walk as the 6-3 put out of Robinson brings in Sneads' first run. One away, Jesse Rosenberger. Swing and a miss at the first Ethan Higgins toss. Colby Stidham moving to the on-deck circle. We are in the bottom of the third, and Sneads yet to get a base hit, but has tied this one up at 1. Jones with the walk, the stolen base, got to third on the wild pitch. Comes in and scores on the 6-3 put out of Robinson. Pitch outside to Rosenberger. It may not be as warm as it could be here in Mariana, but you can look at the shirt of the umpire and see that it's very warm down on the diamond beneath. So I'm not going to say anything about the AC in the box as the pitch is outside. Two and one. The count on Rosenberger. Here's the 2-1 offering. Fouled back. Count evens up 2 each. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 away, 1 in. Sneads and Spring Hill American tied at 1 apiece. Field number 5 here at the Mears Complex in Mariana. Opening day of play. Last of the Florida Dixie Youth Baseball State Tournaments. The AAA and the Major, the Ozone. Majors T-ball and AA already wraps up. Swing and a miss, and Rosenberger out number 2. And for Higgins, that is strikeout number 5. As Colby Stidham comes to the plate. Higgins in the first, got Johnson and Dubose. In the second, got Sunday and Glover. In the third, he is Van Rosenberger. has picked up a couple of Ks per inning. Well, to keep that trend up, got to get Colby Stidham. Chase King moving to the on-deck circle. It is wrapped towards second, and it will trickle off the mitt of Brendan Jones, travel into center field, and the second Spring Hill American Era's got the go-ahead run on for Sneads. So the E4 puts Stidham on Chase King. Stepping into the batter's box with an opportunity to move the base runner over or in, Aaron Johnson moving to the on-deck circle. 2 gone, 1 aboard in a 1-1 contest. Sneads representing the Panhandle down in the central part of the state, Spring Hill American. Higgins, a glance over the shoulder to the base runner at first, throws into the dirt to the screen, and now that go-ahead run in scoring position. Stidham goes to second. Chase King with an opportunity to drive in the go-ahead run for Sneads here in the bottom of the third. Toss brought right down the middle by Ethan Higgins. You saw Brendan Jones break the second baseman towards the bag, playing a little cat and mouse with Colby Stidham. Trying to get Stidham closer to second versus closer to third on the Ethan Higgins pitch to Chase King. Outside with the toss. 2 balls and a strike on Chase King. One hour into this one, and we are in the bottom of the third. And now, able to get back safely at second. Boy, he just had a feel for how far he could get and trying to bait a throw from Higgins that would be a bad one. And able to get back safely was Stidham. Stidham again with that lead, and despite the fact that he was basically caught off the bag, still getting a huge lead at second. Pitch drops in low to King. 3 balls, 1 strike. King, the 12-hitter. Top of the order awaits on deck. 2 gone. It's a 1-1 contest. Higgins making the throw to second. That's got Stidham back onto the bag. Here's the 3-1 offering opens to Higgins again looking back Stidham. Higgins obviously concerned with Stidham at second and delivers right down the middle with a 3-1 offering that turns the pitch count full. Payoff pitch coming to Chase King. Ethan Higgins hoping the King at bat is the end of the third. Sneads trying to get to the top part of the order. It is outside, and the runner from second goes to third. King is safe at first. So a couple of base runners on. They're on the corners here in the bottom part of the third. As we go back to the top of the order, Aaron Johnson started the game in left field, moved into play short when shortstop Peyton Brown went to the bump. He was a strikeout victim in the first, batting here in the third with an opportunity to give Sneads the lead. Stidham, the base runner, at third. King is at first. It is popped up in the direction of right field, and that is a fair ball. In comes Stidham. King going to third. He will head on home. The throw to second, though, will get Johnson, who tried to turn his RBI single into 2. So he is tagged out at second. The run coming home, and King will not plate. Stidham's will, though, and it is Sneads that takes a 2-1 advantage into the top of the fourth. You are watching the Florida Dixie Youth Baseball Ozone State Tournament on JockJive.com. We enter the top of the fourth. Brighton Williams starting things off. Sam Sanchez, Gavin McMurdo due up in the inning 2 for Spring Hill American. It's a Spring Hill American squad that had a 1-zip lead after 1, after 2, but not after 3. It's a 2-1 Snead advantage now. As we head into the fourth, Brighton Williams hit into the 5-3 in the first. Sanchez moving to the on-deck circle. Into the strike zone goes Peyton Brown. And it is 0-1 on Williams to begin the fourth. So Snead scoreless in the first and second, but produced the runs necessary to take the lead in the third. High into the air towards center field, and that ball is out of here. Home run as Brighton Williams begins the fourth with a solo shot to the deepest part of the park in center field. And the lead lasted an at-bat, as Williams sends it deep, and we are tied at 2. Sam Sanchez coming to the plate. Well, when it left the stick of Brighton Williams, you thought it had the distance, but wanted to wait on the official to make sure. And I think Jay Sunday in center field was the first to know. He's about halfway between the dirt infield and the fence, and he stepped a few towards the fence and then decided, what the heck, that one is out of here. Shot towards third, knocked down at third by Tristan Jones, travels over to shortstop Johnson. And Sam Sanchez on, compliments of the first Sneads error. So a base runner on for Gavin McMurdo. And it's almost as if Spring Hill has come to life after Sneads takes the lead in the bottom part of the third. The home run by Williams. Sanchez on, compliments of the error. McMurdo taking a pitch outside for ball 1. Caden Deese moving to the on-deck circle. Well, let's take a look at that bracket and see what lies ahead for the victor in this one. Winner takes on the winner of the Sebring Chipley game, and that will happen at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. The loser of this one, they will be playing at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Got an earlier start. The team that loses this encounter, Spring Hill American Sneads, tied at 2, but the go-ahead run over at first. Gavin McMurdo batting here in the fourth. McMurdo with a single. As a matter of fact, the first base hit of the ball game belonged to McMurdo. He singled, stole a base, got to third in the second inning. Left-hander steps out of the box, back in. With his lead over at first is Sanchez. Brown's pitch. Nice line out over at third. Catch made by Jones. And then Sanchez staying tight on the bag, able to stay put there. McMurdo goes down on the line out for out number 1. 1 away for Caden Deese. River Cole moves to the on-deck circle. Top of the fourth, tied at 2. Prizio scoring in the first. Williams with a home run. The solo shot here in the fourth. Sneads in the third, bringing in Jones and Rosenberger. Getting a number of calls from the field beneath as to the pitch count on both. 36 now. The total tosses from Peyton Brown. I believe the Spring Hill American starter Ethan Higgins around the 60-plus mark. Caden Deese hit by a pitch his last at-bat, fouled it out of play. And fans on 5 alerting fans on the adjoining field to look out for incoming. It's the one thing about playing on a multi-field park. You gotta have eyes out the back of your head. High and away with the pitch to Deese. Deese hit by the pitch, got the second, stranded there in the second, batting with the base runner at first, Sanchez. And the Brown toss high. Meanwhile, throw to first to get Sanchez. He is back safely, winds up in right, but Sanchez not convinced that's far enough away to get the second, so he will stay put on the bag at first. And now it's conversation time with Peyton Brown. Jesse Rosenberger got the start for Sneads. Then Peyton Brown comes in. And now right at 40 pitches in the contest. And we will see if Peyton Brown will continue the encounter with Deese. Conversation continuing between coach and infield here in the top part of the fourth, tied at 2 apiece. Starting pitcher Jesse Rosenberger worked an inning. This is the third inning of work for the reliever Peyton Brown. And now finally the official going to the hill to break up the conversation and get action back underway. And after the conversation, decision made, Peyton Brown will stay. 2-1 the pitch count on Deese. River Cole moving to the on-deck circle. All dirt infields here at Mariana. The green grass starts about 20 feet beyond the base path. Here's the Brown pitch to Deese. Got the inside part of the plate. Deese taking, delivering his Brown. And the count runs full, 3-2. Deese trying to join Sanchez aboard, and that pitch is on the inside part of the plate. Struck out as Deese doing so looking. And there's 2 gone. That is strikeout number 4 in the game for Peyton Brown. Actually, that's 5 in the game for Brown. He came in and struck out Hackett, Represide, and Heddick in the second. And then he got Jones in the third. Fans Deese here in the fourth. And there's 2 gone for River Cole. Cole walked in the second. J.J. Hackett, the on-deck circle. In the Sneads fourth, it's Lewis Brown and Dubose. The 2, 3, and 4 spots. High and inside to River Cole. Count evens up, 1 each. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 gone, 1 in, tied at 2 in the fourth. High fly ball, center field, and the diving, trying to get to it by Jay Sunday, comes up a little short of the fence. Meanwhile, pulling into second with a stand-up double is River Cole. And the go-ahead run now at second for Spring Hill American. And you could see that in center field, Jay Sunday just not quite sure where that fence was. Probably had time to get back and make the catch. But not exactly sure where the fence was, so as a result, makes a leap attempt as it drops near the base of the fence into the strike zone to J.J. Hackett. Couple of base runners in scoring position. Sanchez representing the go-ahead run at third. Cole at second for J.J. Hackett, who struck out his last at-bat and now he is in an 0-2 hole in bat number 2. No balls, couple of strikes on J.J. Hackett. Top of the order awaits. It is fouled back to the screen and will stay 0-2 on Hackett. Nick Prizio moving to the on-deck circle in the fourth in a 6-inning game to keep it from going 6. Got to implement the mercy rule. Doesn't look like this one will do that. Inside with the pitch. 1 ball, couple of strikes. Here's the 1-2 offering, low and away, and the count will even up. J.J. Hackett trying to battle back after getting into an 0-2 hole. Couple of balls, couple of strikes. Peyton Brown with 2 aboard. It is hit towards short, fielded there by Johnson. He will go over to first, get the out on the 6-3 of Hackett and leave a couple of base runners on. But the leadoff solo home run by Brighton Williams has tied this one up at 2. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Lewis, Brown, and Dubose all coming to the plate for Sneads.
Southern to serve to begin this one. He's got running room. Infield kicks it in. 40. Got one guy to beat, and he beats him easily into the end zone.
One right here on JockJive.com.
Mosley. Now 20 in the game. Well, she's been the head coach. So she's done her part for the season.
We enter the bottom of the 4th. Cole Lewis starting things off. He reached on an error in the first. Stole a base, got to third, stranded there. We are tied at 2, and Spring Hill American ties it up on the leadoff home run in the 4th. Brighton Williams sending it over the wall. Lewis, Brown, and Dubose. Cole, Peyton, and Lane due up in the bottom of the 4th for Snead. Pitch is high and inside to Cole Lewis. New pitcher on the hill is River Cole. Cole coming in from center field. Meanwhile, Ethan Higgins will check out the new center fielder is Carson Heddick. Ethan Higgins, 3 innings of work, 13 he faced, 5 strikeouts, couple of walks, a hit given up. Then a lone hit given up to Aaron Johnson, who, by the way, didn't stay on the base path long, tried to turn 1 into 2 and was tagged out at second. And then a couple of runs. Higgins cannot figure in the decision making, as it is tied at 2 apiece as he leaves. Cole Lewis leading things off, the left-hander. Cole's pitch out of the strike zone, 2-0. 1 hour, 20 minutes of baseball into the bottom of the 4th. A game slated for 6 on a warm morning and not that far away from a warm afternoon here in Mariana. Game got a late start. Everybody Everybody else got their baseball underway around 9 o'clock. We had some warm-ups to go through. So we got underway at about 18 after. Pitch outside of the strike zone, and the leadoff guy is on, and Sneads with an opportunity to break the 2-2 tie as Peyton Brown comes to the plate. Three 488-1385, by the way, to send shout-outs. Text them. Don't call us. I mean, we'd love to talk, but got a game to call. Pitch high and away. Ball one to Peyton Brown. Lane Dubose moving to the on-deck circle. It is the number on your scoreboard, 334-488-1385. 1-0 pitch. Sliced back towards pitcher Cole. He will scoop up, go over to first. Get Brown on the 1-3 putout, but Lewis, the go-ahead run, now in scoring position. One away for Lane Dubose. He struck out looking in the first. Batting here in the fourth, Jay Sunday moves to the on-deck circle. Just a tad low to Dubose when you get the fifth for Spring Hill. It's the top of the order coming to the plate. Nick Prizio, Brendan Jones, Ethan Higgins, the 1, 2, and 3 hitters. Dubose trying to move Lewis along. His preference, drive him in. Count evens up, one apiece on the swing and miss by Dubose. Well, hats off to Dixie Youth Baseball. I mentioned that Clay Wells and his crew always do a sensational job here at the Mears Complex. I see that we've added to our group of Florida Dixie Youth officials. State Director Tony Smith here. Brian Cox here. Don Harris here as well. And what a great group to work with. Our pleasure to be working with the state of Florida's Dixie Youth, I guess, for maybe the 8th or 9th year now. Trying to remember when we started this, back in 07 or 08. Skipped 1 year, I believe. Dubose rolling it towards short. Williams scoops up, fires over to first, not in time. And it will be an infield single for Lane Dubose, I think. And now the official scorekeeper says, yep, that is the second base hit of the game for Sneads. And not only are a couple of base runners on, but the go-ahead run is at third. One away, Jay Sunday with an opportunity to drive in the run that could put Sneads back out in front. Chops at it, swings, misses, and quickly to second, though, goes Dubose to take Sneads out of the possibility of a double play. Jay Sunday strikes out in the second, batting in the fourth. James Stone to the on-deck circle. Out of the strike zone, the count even at one apiece. 1 ball, 1 strike on Sunday. Go-ahead run at third. Runner in scoring position at second. Bunting towards third, the squeeze. Bringing in the run. Over to first will go the throw. The suicide squeeze has got Sunday on the 1-3, but it brings in Lewis. And Sneads will take the 3-2 lead. So 2 gone, but the squeeze allows Sunday to pick up the RBI. Dubose to third. And that lead back in the hands of Sneads as James Stone tries to drive in a run that will put a little bigger wedge between Sneads and Spring Hill American. Tate Glover moving to the on-deck circle. In the third, when Sneads took the lead, it lasted an at-bat. Throw goes to third and gets Dubose. Snap throw down by Deese, and Dubose caught napping at third. He will be tagged out there for out number 3. But Sneads grabs the go-ahead run. We head to the fifth. Top of the order coming to the plate. Sneads 3, Spring Hill American 2. You are watching the Florida Dixie Youth Baseball Ozone State Tournament on JockJive.
Southern to serve to begin this one. He's got running room. Infield kicks it in. 40. Got one guy to beat, and he beats him easily into the end zone.
Watch right here on JockJive.com.
Mosley. Now it's play in the game. Well, she's been the head coach, but she's done her part for the season.
Top of the third, 3-2 contest. The fifth, top of the order as well. Nick Perizio, Brendan Jones, Ethan Higgins due up in the inning as well. 5 innings in, and it's a 3-2 contest. Let's see how long the Sneads lead lasts. After the lead is taken to the bottom of the third, leadoff guy in the fourth for Spring Hill American slaps one over the fence, Brighton Williams. And it's tied again. It's a 3-2 game now, and we will see how Spring Hill American responds as it's fouled up against the screen by Perizio. Perizio with a walk and a single. He is 1 for 1 with a stolen base and a run scored. Brendan Jones, Ethan Higgins due up in the inning too. Sneads in the bottom of the fourth. Got a walk from Lewis. Brown hit into the 1-3. Dubose a single. And then the Jay Sunday squeeze brings in Lewis. And Sneads with a 3-2 lead as Perizio bats. Peyton Brown in relief of the starter, Jesse Rosenberger. It is hit towards second and will get underneath the mitt of Cole Lewis. And on his way to second, standing is Perizio. And that is going to be a Perizio double, third extra base hit of the game for Spring Hill American. And it's got the tying run in scoring position here in the top of the fifth. Brendan Jones with an opportunity to drive in that tying run. Jones 0 for 2. He is ground out and he is struck out. Leadoff batter has gotten on in the first, second, third, fourth, and now fifth innings for Spring Hill American. Or scratch that. They missed it in the third. So 1, 2, 4, and 5. Leadoff has gotten aboard. It has been a walk. It's been a couple of singles, a home run. As the pitch is outside to Jones. And the double begins things here in the fifth. Brendan Jones, the right-hander, with Perizio, the base runner, at second. Nobody gone. On the outside part of the plate, Peyton Brown delivering his first strike. Nice one to start the Ozone side of the tournament on field 5, as no team has been able to take a lead bigger than 1. High and inside with a pitch. 2-1 now on Brendan Jones. Well, now the umpire changes to an even count at 2. Here's the 2-2 offering. high, and the count goes full. Jones with the ground out to second in the first, fanned in the third by Peyton Brown. 4-3 put out was when Jesse Rosenberger was on the hill. There's a big cut, and Jones is struck out for out number one. One gone in the fifth for Ethan Higgins. Higgins has walked and popped out. He's 0 for 1, has a stolen base to his credit. Got to believe Sneads would like to get Higgins. They really don't like the idea of facing Brighton Williams with a base runner in scoring position. Brighton Williams, of course, popping that one out of the park in the fourth inning. As a matter of fact, right here on the desk beside me is the ball that cleared the wall. One of the special features that Dixie Youth Baseball does is that one is into the dirt and has Prizio safely at third. But what Dixie Youth does is encases those home run balls and gives them as a memento of their time here at the state tournament. Well, it looks like the day is done for Peyton Brown, at least on the bump. Not in the game. He's already handed the baseball over to Coach, which is a good indication that a new guy is coming in. Let's wait to break until we know for sure there. Yes, indeed. Aaron Johnson will be the new pitcher. That will be after we return. Third pitcher of the day coming in for Sneads. You are watching the Florida Dixie Youth Baseball Ozone State Tournament on JockJive.
Southern to serve to begin this time. He's got running room. Infield kicks it in. 40. Got one guy to beat, and he beats him easily into the end zone.
Watch right here on JockJive.com.
Mosley. Now 20 in the game. Well, she's been the head coach, but she's done her part for the season.
The new pitcher was Aaron Johnson. Johnson coming in with a base runner at third. One away, one base runner away from coming to the house and getting the run that ties this one up at 3. Ethan Higgins given the walk, and base runners now at first and third with one away. Aaron Johnson and Peyton Brown swapping spots. Johnson on the hill. Brown goes back to the start, his starting point, and then of course was shortstop. Right-hander Brighton Williams. Spring Hill trying to bait a throw to second. Instead, the throw goes down to third. Prizio able to get back safely. Higgins now the base runner at second. Prizio at third. And Brighton Williams, who had the solo home run in the fourth, who also wrapped into the 5-3 in the first, 1 for 2 in the game, with an opportunity to not only tie it up, but give Spring Hill American the lead back here in the top part of the fifth. All facing Aaron Johnson. We'll get the numbers for Peyton Brown in a bit. Foul back this direction. Sam Sanchez moving to the on-deck circle. Working on the numbers for Peyton Brown. He faced 15 during his time on the hill. Struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Williams batting. Couple of base runners on. On the inside part of the plate, and Brighton Williams goes from a solo home run in the fourth to a K in the fifth. And there's 2 away for Sam Sanchez. Popped up, right side, and that is unreachable at second by Cole Lewis. In to score and tie things up is Prizio. Going to third is Higgins. Sanchez with the RBI single is at first. It's a 3-3 game. And this battle back and forth continues. There is an appeal from the Spring Hill coach to the field ump. And now a conversation between umpires. And let's see if we can speculate as to what the conversation might be. Now the indication of save. So obviously the Spring Hill coach was appealing something, maybe a miss of the bag. Or we're understanding it might be obstruction by the first baseman, that being James Stone. But the officials say Sneads is good. Spring Hill American, well, they're even better after tying it up at 3 each. Higgins at third. Sanchez, the base runner, at first, with the left-hander Gavin McMurdo stepping in. He's 1 for 2. And a single in the second, lined out to third in the fourth. And has an opportunity to give the lead back to Spring Hill American. Last time they had a lead was in the top part of the third. Sneads scored a couple of runs in the bottom part of the inning and took the advantage. Spring Hill, though, able to tie it up in the fourth. Sneads grabs the lead back in the bottom part of inning 4. Now Spring Hill American has tied it and poised to take the lead, but with 2 gone. 2 balls and a strike on Gavin McMurdo. Stepping out of the box, the left-hander McMurdo. He will step back in. Getting a piece of it was McMurdo. Fouls it back up against the screen. Still working on those Peyton Brown numbers for you. I think we've got them just about ready. 3 1/3 innings of work as this one is lifted in the direction of center field, and there to make the catch, Jay Sunday. And Gavin McMurdo will fly out to center field to end the fifth, leaving a couple of base runners on. But Spring Hill American is tying it up. Prizio comes in and scores, and does it on the single by Sam Sanchez. We head to the bottom of the fifth, tied at 3. Sneads coming to bat.
Infield kicks it in, 40, got one guy to beat, and he beats him easily into the end zone.
Watch right here on JockJive.com.
We enter the bottom of the fifth, starting things off. James Stone, Tate Glover, Tristan Jones due up in the inning two. Goes after the first pitch, and he will foul it out of play to the right side. 0-1. Spring Hill American tying this one up at 3 each with a double by Prizio in the fifth, and then the Sam Sanchez single that drove in Prizio. Tied at 3, Stone ground out right in front of the plate in the second. It was that nice play made by Prizio as he fielded and made the snap throw over to first to get Stone on the 2-3 putout. So Stone beginning the fifth inning for Sneads, tied at 3. Fouled out of play, and there's a couple of guys very thankful for all the extra gear. Catcher Prizio and the plate umpire, as that one was fouled off by Stones and may have gotten a piece of both. Tied at 3, opening game, Field 5 here on day number 1 of the Florida Dixie Youth Baseball Ozone and AAA state tournaments. It may come to you as a surprise how affordable it is to have JockJive provide coverage of your sporting event or team with quality streaming, offering a national and international platform to show off your school or sport. We produce everything from youth sports to the NCAA Division I. Literally from every part of the country. Large productions or small, tiny venues or huge. We've probably done them all. Want information? Email us info@jockjive.com. INFO. info@jockjive.com. Toss comes in low to James Stone. Tate Glover on deck. In the hole, Tristan Jones. Bottom of the fifth, high toss to James Stone. Tied at 3. Spring Hill American a run in the first, fourth, and fifth. Sneads 2 in the third and a run in the fourth. In towards second, fielded by Ethan Higgins, who is now in at the 2-bag spot. Throws over to first and gets Stone on the 4-3 putout for out number 1. One away with an hour 43 under our belts. Opening game of play. We're also doing the Alabama Dixie Youth State tournaments in AAA and add some majors today. Swing and a miss by Tate Glover. Here's the 0-1 offering. Glover, a strikeout victim. His last at-bat, his only at-bat, was in the second. Tristan Jones moving to the on-deck circle. Spring Hill Americans, Sneads battling it out here in Marianna. Wanting to play up in North Alabama. Almost a mountain field there in Oxford, just outside of Anniston. Don't know that it will feel particularly cool in the first part of August there, but cool looking spot though. As the pitch is low and inside. Well, we were talking a few minutes earlier about the great Florida Dixie Youth Baseball staff. One of the infamous ones is here by my side, that being Brian Cox. In the strike zone. Tate Glover, bases empty. And the walk is issued to Glover. So the go-ahead run on here in the bottom part of the fifth is Glover gets the free pass to first. Right-hander steps in, Tristan Jones. Jones with a walk, a stolen base, a run scored, and that 2-run third. It was a 2-run third that gave Sneads the 1-run lead that lasted an at-bat. They got the lead in the bottom of the third just prior to the last out. Aaron Johnson tagged out trying to turn 1 into 2, and then Bryton Williams delivered with a solo home run into center field to tie it up at 2. That was in the 4th. Swing and a miss by Jones. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Couple of strikes. Got just a piece of it. Logan Robinson moving to the on-deck circle. Glover with a base runner on. Sneads would like to have that lead back. Well, it may happen, but it won't happen during the Tristan Jones at bat. He is struck out looking. And there's 2 gone. For River Cole, that is his first K of the contest. Came in the 4th. And he shoot a couple of walks. Now gets a K to add to the repertoire. And there's 2 gone. Logan Robinson, the DH, wrapped into the 6-3. But it was a 6-3 that brought in a run in the 3rd. He is 0 for 1, top of the order, awaits on deck. Then is Aaron Johnson. Base runner at first, Glover, walked by Cole. Throw goes down to first, able to get back safely. That is Tate Glover. Bottom part of the 5th in a 3-3 contest. When you get to the 6th, it's the bottom third of the order due up. Reese, Cole, and Hackett for Spring Hill American. Fouled back and out of play by Robinson. Bottom of the 5th, tied at 3. Game scheduled for 6. Several things that could keep us from playing 6. Mercy rules. But that's not going to happen. Or you might go beyond 6. That could happen, the way this one's been going. Hubbard goes to Higgins, and everybody, nope, not safe, out. Scooped up at first by McMurdo, and then he looked to second, realized he couldn't get Glover, but still had an opportunity to get Robinson. He throws over to the bag, Cole covering, and the 4-1 put out is out number 3. 1 base runner left on. 3 have been stranded by Sneads. We go to the 6th, and we are tied at 3 here on JockJive.
Southern to serve to begin this one. He's got running room. Infield kicks it in. 40. Got 1 guy to beat, and he beats him easily into the end zone.
Watch right here on JockJive.com.
We enter the top of the sixth, bottom of the order. Caden Deese starting things off. River Cole, J.J. Hackett due up in the inning 2. Tied at 3. Spring Hill American, after Sneads took the lead at the bottom of the third, tied it in the fourth. After Sneads took the lead in the bottom of the fourth, tied it in the top of the fifth. And now trying to break that 3-3 tie with Deese starting things off. He's been hit by a pitch and struck out. Swing and a miss, 0-2 on Deese. Sneads will have the top of their order when we get to the bottom of the sixth. Johnson, Lewis, and Brown all coming to the plate. Spring Hill American hoping that will be a while. Aaron Johnson in relief of Peyton Brown. He relieved the starter Jesse Rosenberger. High and away with a pitch. One ball, couple of strikes on Deese. Third pitcher he has faced in as many at-bats, and he is fanned to begin the sixth. Aaron Johnson picking up his second strikeout of the game for Sneads pitching in his strikeout number 8. One away for River Cole. Fouls it out of play. River Cole with a walk and a double. Hit one to a deep part of the park, center field. Jay Sunday might have had room to make the catch, but just couldn't get a good feel for where the fence was. It is wrapped over towards second. Fielded there by Lewis. He will go to first and get Cole on the 4-3 putout. 2 gone. Two outs for J.J. Hackett. Hackett 0 for 2, a strikeout, a ground out to short. Top of the order awaits on deck Nick Prizio. Aaron Johnson wants Prizio, actually his preference not to face him at all, to get Hackett and then have something walk off in the bottom part of the inning. Spring Hill American, their preference, get Hackett on, let Prizio drive him in. Foul out of play, 0-2 on Hackett. Here is the 0-2 offering. Johnson delivers. Hackett takes one inside, 1-2. Same guy pitching will be hitting when we get to the bottom part of the sixth. Aaron Johnson for the Sneads squad. 6 hits, couple of errors, 9 stranded by Spring Hill American. It is hit into left field, and the opposite field single by J.J. Hackett has a base runner on with 2 away here in the sixth. Then we go back to the top of the order. Spring Hill trying to put a 2-out something together here in the sixth. Prizio's been perfect. He's walked, he's singled, he's doubled. Couple of runs scored. He's got a stolen base as well. His first opportunity, though, to take a look at Aaron Johnson. Against the starter, Rosenberger walked. He certainly liked his times at the plate against Peyton Brown. He singled and doubled. Aaron Johnson delivering with a strike, 0-1. 2 gone, 1 aboard. Go ahead run at first for Spring Hill American. Brendan Jones on deck. Prizio trying to keep that perfect streak alive. On base percentage is at 100. Batting average at 1,000. And it continues that way. Hit into left field. And a single by Prizio has a couple of base runners on with 2 away for the Spring Hill American squad. So Hackett singles, Prizio singles. 2 are on for Brendan Jones. Hits number 7 and 8 here in the 6th inning for Spring Hill American. And coach out to talk with Johnson. Johnson came in the fifth, walked Higgins, struck out Williams, gave up the single to Sanchez that tied it up, and then got McMurdo to fly out to center field. In the sixth, he strikes out Deese, gets Cole to wrap into the 4-3 to begin the inning. But it's been after those two go that has been problematic for Aaron Johnson. Hackett singles, Prizio singles, both are on for Brendan Jones. Jones 0 for 3. Ethan Higgins moving to the on-deck circle. Base runner in scoring position. Hackett at second. Base runner at first is Prizio. Sneads trying to get to the bottom part of the sixth without a run playing. Spring Hill American trying to take the lead. Swung on and missed. Runners advance. Throw to third. Not in time. Couple of base runners in scoring position. So runners at second and third. Spring Hill American trying to put some stuff together here with two gone in the top part of the sixth. Take the lead going into the bottom part of the inning. And Brendan Jones, who has ground out, struck out twice, asked to deliver. Wraps it into left field, base hit. Hackett will come in and score. Prizio goes to third. And heading to second, there standing is Brendan Jones. He will be credited with a single in the RBI, has broken the 3-3 tie. And it has all come, all the damage, the 3 base hits and the run scoring after 2 go down. Deese and Cole go down, then Hackett, Prizio, and Jones get on. And it is Hackett who scores. High fly ball towards center field, and there to make the catch and then leveled as Jay Sunday had his feet taken out from under him, as Jesse Rosenberger did not know that Sunday was nearby, but Sunday had already made the catch, a little gimpy as he trots towards the infield, but did make the catch to end the top part of the sixth. We go to the bottom part of the inning. It's a 4-3 Spring Hill American lead.
Southern to serve to begin this time. He's got running room. Infield, kicks it in. 40. Got one guy to beat, and he beats him easily into the end zone.
Watch right here on JockJive.com.
Top of the order in the bottom of the sixth for Sneads, a 4-3 contest. Spring Hill American taking the lead, and they did it with 2 away. Deese and Cole go down quickly to begin the top part of the sixth. Then Hackett, Prizio, and Jones get on. Jones with the RBI single that brings in Hackett. And it's a 4-3 Spring Hill American lead as we head to the sixth. Aaron Jones beginning things for Sneads. Cole Lewis, Peyton Brown drew up in the inning too. Aaron Johnson, who started at short, came to the mound. Actually started in left field and then moved to short. And then has at least his last few trips to the diamond been on the bump. Fouled out of play. He is 1 for 2, has struck out and single. Fan in the first, got a single in the third, and they need him aboard here in the sixth. Sneads needing a run, or it becomes a Spring Hill American victory. Fouled out of play, and it's a 2-strike count on Johnson. Franklin County and another Spring Hill squad take to the diamond after this one wraps up. Spring Hill National will take on Franklin County after we close out this game coverage. About a half hour after, we should be back on the air. It will be a late start for the 11:30 game, though. And that's because this one started a little late. It is rolled to Owen Harapersad, who is the new pitcher, by the way. And the 1-3 put out is out number 1. So River Cole ends his work, 2 innings, 8 faced, 1 strikeout, 2 walks, a hit given up, a run as well. And Owen Harapersad is pitching here in the bottom part of the sixth, facing Cole Lewis. Lewis has reached on an error and walked. No official at bat, but he's been on base twice. Peyton Brown moves to the on-deck circle. Outside with a pitch to Lewis. That one caught the inside part of the plate. I believe the count has leveled off 1 apiece. Here's the 1-1 offering. A little bit of a check swing, rolls towards Higgins at second. Fields over to first goes the throw, and Lewis is out number 2. Two gone for Peyton Brown. Brown with a fly out to right field, ground out to the pitcher. He is 0 for 2. Lane Dubose moving to the on-deck circle. The left-hander, Harapersad, into the strike zone, 0-1. No balls and a strike on Peyton Brown, 0 for 2. As Sneads is down to the last at-bat, but would like to do as hit by the pitch is Brown, and the tying run gets on. Snead would love to do here in the bottom of the fifth the same thing that Spring Hill American did in the top part of the sixth, and that is plate runs with 2 gone. Spring Hill American, 2 quick outs, and then 3 get on. 1 comes in and scores. Snead, 2 outs, Johnson and Lewis. And now Brown on as a hit batsman, and Lane Dubose with an opportunity to drive in the tying run or send it to the other side of the wall and send Sneads to a victory. Harapersad pitches outside of the strike zone. Sebring has beaten Chipley 6-3, so the winner of this one will have Sebring at 1 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. The loser of this one will take on Chipley as it is rolled towards third, scooped up there by Sanchez. He will go over to first and get Dubose on the 5-3 put out, and this game comes to an end. After 2 hours and 6 minutes of baseball, it is final. It's a 4-3 victory for Spring Hill American. With a win, they've got Sebring at 1 tomorrow afternoon with a loss. Sneads in an elimination game against Chipley at 10 a.m. In his final, Spring Hill American victorious opening game of play on our side of the tournament, the Ozone side on field 5 under our belts. A good one. Spring Hill American wins it by 1. Thanks so much for watching our coverage. I'm Robert Williamson. A reminder, this game archived, so at its conclusion, watch it again if you choose. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. We'll see you for the 11:30 matchup, which will get underway just a little bit late. That matchup between Spring Hill National and Franklin County coming up.